Hello, in this Digital Byte, we will be talking about using Google Forms as a registration tool for programs and summer library programs. My name is Ann Hamlin, the Public Library Services Consultant for Wisconsin Valley Library Service. Let's jump in. To create a Google form, you will first need a Gmail account or a Google email account. Once you are signed in the top right-hand corner of your browser, you can find the Google Apps icon. Next, you can scroll down to find Forms. It looks like a purple piece of paper. Let's open it up. So let's jump in to see how we can create an event registration, right? For a program or a summer program. There is a template right here. I haven't even begun a new form. They have templates across the top of the screen. The first one says event registration. Let's click on it to see where it brings us. At the start, the template asks for a person's name, their email, organization, what days you will attend, dietary restrictions, and an acknowledgement piece. This is wonderful. We're halfway there. Now, let's say that I am doing a story time that I want to send a Zoom link for a virtual story time out to participants for. So, right here, I'm going to click and give it a title. Story time registration. And then I'll put a quick description. Tuesdays. So I've entered a quick description. Storytime registration is the title. And then my description is Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. from September through May. Once you've completed this form, you will receive a link to attend Storytime Live. Questions? Give the Sunshine Library team a call at 715... So, what do you need from a user to send them a link for a virtual program? You're going to need their email and their name. Instead of having just a plain name area here, I'm going to click to edit the question and change it to full name. And as you can see in the right-hand corner, you can make it required or not required. Next, email. That makes sense to me. I will leave that just as it is. And again, that one displays as required. Organization. You know, that doesn't make too much sense to me. So instead of organization, I'm going to add phone number. Because what happens if story time is canceled and you can't reach them in time by email? You might want to give them a call. What days will you attend? Well, this might be helpful. You could put actual dates in there. So we said it was Tuesdays at 10:30. We could do June 15th. On the bottom, the next question we see is dietary restrictions. I don't think that's too important for us. So I'm going to click on the question. At the bottom, you can see a garbage can icon. And when you hover over it long enough, it will say delete. So I deleted it. And lastly, here is this disclaimer. I understand that I will have to pay X amount of dollars upon arrival. Well, that's just not true. But what if you had a take and make kit that you wanted to offer at Storytime? What you could do is edit this question and say, I would like, and here you could say from June 7th through 11th, the kit could be a fire-breathing dragon. I want to draw your attention to this right-hand side. So what if the options that were provided in the template just don't fit what you need? On the right-hand side, you can look at the options that are available. So you can see that these two are check boxes, okay? These are short answer. So you can add whatever you want in there. If you wanted a person to choose one or the other, you could select multiple choice. And so now they become radio buttons. A radio button means it's circular. So now you can see a circular radio button up here compared to a check marks box. Now, check mark boxes work best if you want people to select more than one. And if you're going to do that, it might help to tell them that's what you're asking. So in here, I inserted some text that says select all that apply. If you're running low on kits, maybe you just want them to choose one. So you want it to use radio buttons. I also want to mention, what if I don't want a kit? And this question's required. Well, let's just turn it off. Beep. Now it is no longer a required question. Let's also say that I don't want this line on here anymore, this none thank you answer. I could click on the question and simply hit the X to the far right of the question box options. When you hover over the X, it says remove. Now, I want to add more customization to the looks. You can see there's an image that is already provided. Let's change that up. In the top right, you can see some options: customize theme, preview, settings. Let's choose customize theme. The first thing I notice is the selection of colors. So I'm going to choose a happy color for story time. I also notice an image uploaded option under header. I'm going to click there because I want to upload my own image. If you're not comfortable doing that just yet, look at, there are provided images. So I chose one, I click insert, and now the image is going to change before our eyes. Wonderful. Now, I'm going to click here again and see if I can upload an image that might work. Colby Public Library or Colby Community Library has a wonderful youth space, a story hour space. So in my pictures of Colby, I click on the image, I click open. And now, it might not do it justice, but at least I can show you how to get an image in here that is customized to your library. Knowing that the frame to put your original photography is short and wide, that will help you as you find pictures to put in the space. Now we're ready to collect responses. Up on the top right, I see settings. I'm going to walk through the settings. First, under require sign-in, we don't want that. It said restrict users in Wisconsin Valley Library Services. Well, I don't want that. I want to be able to get responses from the community. Next, you could give them a confirmation email. So to do that, you would need to collect an email. So I enable that area. I choose to enable response receipts, and always I want them to receive a friendly note when they sign up for a program. I will choose presentation, and on the bottom it says there's a confirmation message. The confirmation message as it stands says, we have received your registration. Insert other information here. Now I'm going to choose save. Let us send this registration to our website person. To do that, up in the top right-hand corner, you can find Send. Find the icon that provides a link. All you need to do is click Copy, and you'll see on your computer that it prompts you that it's copied to the clipboard. Next, you can open up your email, start a new email to your website person, and paste it into the email body. Then your webmaster can attach it to a button or a hyperlinked text on your website. Now that we know the basics, let's walk through how we could use Google Forms to sign up for summer reading program. I'll use this same sample form. So, in the title area, I will put Summer Program Registration and a quick description. Okay, I've entered my quick description, Summer Program Registration, and now I want to change the banner to match the summer program theme. Up at the top, I go to Customize Theme, Upload Image, Upload, Browse. I found the summer library program image I want. Now you could spend some time using canva.com to add in your library logo here, maybe some dates, but I'm going to keep it simple and just leave Tails and Tales. There's Tails and Tales, summer program registration for the Sunshine Public Library. We would like to know your name, your phone number. Oh man, I'd like to also know the email. So how do we add another question? We can choose an existing question and find the duplicate button. And now we just need to rename it for email address. Not all participants will have an email address, so I'm going to leave it not required. I unchecked the required button. What other information might we need? Maybe their age category? So let's put that in here. Remember, this year for the annual report, there are new age ranges. The question is, choose an age category. We have 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 to 18, 18 and older. You can add as much information as you would like. So babies. Now it's set up as a checkbox. I feel that a radio option would best serve this choice. They only need to choose one age for themselves. You could leave this take and make question in there if you're providing those. Or maybe you want to know what school they will be attending in the fall if you're awarding a pizza party to the age range that reads the most. All summer reading programs are different. Now, let's say your survey is set up, but you want to make sure that it looks great. So up on the top right, I'm going to choose Preview. Okay, now here's the true test. Why is using Google Forms so helpful for programs for registration? Well, you'll see at the top of the form questions and responses. Now, no responses have been received. I'm going to fill this out. I'm going to click Send. I'm going to grab a link. I'm going to paste it into a new browser. So now I'm pretending to sign up for a program. We want to take a look at what submissions look like. I'm going to click Submit. Now I'm going to go back into the form to see my response. Oh, I see there is one response. I can choose to look at a summary of responses. I can look at a specific question. Let's say we want to know how many people will be attending book club. I will go to that question and look at the dates. Or maybe you want to look at individual responses instead of all the responses together. My favorite thing about Google Forms is creating a spreadsheet with the responses. Once you create a spreadsheet, it will update in real time. So here is a spreadsheet. It gives me the time of submission, the name, phone number, email, category. If you use this for summer reading, you could sort by age, right? So you could have all the adults together, all the youth together. And that would help you rather than having paper registration sheets. And it would count your registrations for you on the left-hand side. There's this green share box. You can add specific emails in there. You could copy the link and send it to all your buddies within your organization, or you could change the options to anyone with the link. Copy the link and send it to your team. Please let me know if you have any questions.